Not yet. Now go.
Hi.
All right, I use cute babies to get your guys' attention. If you could see her now, she's dancing. Ouch. All right, enough. Now go to your dad. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you have an almost 3-year-old that's delirious and choosing not to nap. So my goal for all of us is to have as much energy as she has, because like it's legit, you guys. Anyway, so happy Monday. I have a red nose. I've had a cold. I look like Rudolph, so don't mind me getting in the holiday spirit. But okay, so what do I want to talk about today? So first of all, if you're in Colorado, hope you're staying warm. We got snow, which makes me very happy. So hold on one second. Brand, can you grab her, please? Sky, you gotta be quiet. Live videos with tired babies. Okay, so I did a video last week. Oh gosh, sorry you guys. You gotta go help Daddy.
I need your help. I need your help.
Oh goodness. Okay, you guys, let's try this again. So I did a video last week about owning your shit, and it got really good response, but a lot of questions on like, how do I do all of the things? And then I posted something on Instagram, and my friend Tiffany asked a question, so I'm gonna try to answer her question. So this goes for everybody, but I'll use her story because I know it pretty well. So she's a nurse. She's also in grad school. She has legitimately crazy hours, you guys, like crazy hours. Worked with her personally a couple months ago on nutrition and some exercise stuff. And in the beginning, she was definitely like, I can't do this. I don't have time. I don't have time to prep my food. I barely have time to eat my food. How do I make this work? And so we came up with some really simple fixes of just, you know, like crock pot meals and having things prepped and just taking that time. And so what she said was, I'm trying to own my shit. Like she has a very legitimately crazy schedule. You know, she has a job that if she's with patients, like she can't stop and eat, she can't do all that kind of stuff. And she's in grad school, so it's busy. So she said, how do I make my health and my well-being a priority? So it was a really, really good question. She said, I've got too many things on my top priority list. How do I do this? So what I want to talk to you guys about today is a little bit about overwhelm and self-sabotage. So I'll tell you my story. A lot of you guys know I started Hunger for Happiness 6 months ago, which is a program that helps, helps people get over body image and eating disorders. So we spent the first couple months diving into ourselves, and then now we're working on like how do we coach that to other people. So for me, I lived in overwhelm, you guys. Like what I realized for myself was I was that person that we have 3 businesses, we have 2 little kids, like it's pretty easy to be an overwhelm. And so I was continuously like, I've got to do this. You know, I'd put 20 things on my to-do list knowing that I had an hour to get them done. And it was just stupid. And so for me, it was a choice to be an overwhelm. I was never slowing down. I wasn't meditating. I wasn't doing any of that kind of stuff to calm myself physically and turn my brain off. And I know you guys, it's hard, but like our brains are rooted in fear. They're rooted in survival, not in, hey Tiff, I'm talking about your stuff. So our brains are rooted in fear. They're not rooted in thriving. And so for me, it was a really big deal to start slowing down, start doing some meditation, which I'm still not good at. So now for me, it's sort of like active meditation, stretching. But realizing that unfortunately overwhelm is kind of a choice, right? Like we can be super crazy busy and not be an overwhelm. But for most of us, we've, like the world applauds hustle, right? Like hustle, hustle, hustle. And so for me too, it was learning that like I didn't have to hustle for my worth, and I didn't have to feel like I was working all the freaking time, because that's what I felt like. Like if I'm going to be successful, I have to be working 24/7. If I have any time off, like I must be a slacker. Like legitimately, that was my mindset, and it was putting me over the edge. And then I got into kind of analysis paralysis, where it was like, I have so much to do that I would do nothing. Like legit, I would get just stuck in like overwhelmed with there's so much to do. What do I do? So for me, the first kind of, so I'll share my journey and some tips for you guys. And this is probably going to end up being more than one video. But for me, the first thing was just changing my morning routine, right? And I know that sounds simple, but it was taking just 5 minutes. Okay. So this is my first tip. Take 5 minutes, get up a little bit earlier, find a guided meditation, just Google it, guided meditation, find somebody's voice that you like. You gotta be able to listen to a guided meditation. And just sit in silence and breathe for 5 minutes. It is so silly, but so simple that breathing is the thing that we don't do, right? Like when you breathe, literally in through your nose and out through your mouth, and actually like get into it, you can't, your body your brain will stop thinking if you actually start feeling your breath, okay? So the biggest thing that I can say is meditation is just just focus on your breathing. Like, thoughts are going to come in and out. That's fine. Don't judge them. You don't even have to turn them off. But if you go in with an intention, that's really cool too. But just breathe. Sit and breathe for 5 minutes, okay? If you can get it to 10 minutes, get to 10 minutes, get to 20 minutes, right? But 5 is better than 0. And so for me, getting into my body and understanding the sensations and the emotionality and just being quiet for 10 or 20 minutes was crazy cool for me. And I was like, oh, I don't have to be in overwhelm, right? So taking that time, you can do it so simple. Like, the other thing that people talk about a lot is that we take the energy from one part of our life into the next part of our life, right? So like for us, trying to get shoes on and get kids out the door in the morning is just this like crazy stressful situation. Shouldn't be that bad, but it starts with like, hey, put your shoes on. Hey, can you put your shoes on? Hey, can we go ahead and put our shoes on too? Put your effing shoes on. And by the time it's been 10 minutes. And so like, if you have kids, you understand that. But what you want to do is not take that energy. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but don't take that energy into your next thing. So if that happens, then I need to get in my car. I need to take some breaths. I need to release that, go to the next part, right? Like, I don't need, hey, Rosie, like, I don't need to take the stress of trying to get my kids out the door into coaching my athletes. So that's another really good thing, is in your transitions, okay, from the car to work and work to wherever, like, take 5 minutes. I'm trying to do this right now because Skylar's killing me in the background. Sit in your car for 2 minutes, take some breaths, and literally say, release, okay? Release that energy, release that stress. Go to the next part of your life with intention. How do you want to show up in that next part, okay? So starting with meditation, starting with just taking 5 minutes a day and purposely slowing down will start to change everything. You'll start to realize that, like, you don't have to live in overwhelm. Like, my life is just as busy as it was 6 months ago, if not busier, but I don't have that internal, like freak out feeling, right? And so for me, that's been crazy to be like, oh, I can be moving quickly. I can, like, our morning routine's gotten better, right? I can be getting my kids out the door without being in freak out and overwhelm, okay? So take 5 minutes, slow down in the morning. If it doesn't happen first thing in the morning, it can't happen. Just do it sometime, okay? That's the next part of this, is that so many of us that are very busy and very high achievers are also perfectionists, which is killing you. Okay, let go of being a perfectionist. Done is better than perfect. Okay, so if it can't be the first 5 minutes of your day, let it be 5 minutes in your car. Let it be 5 minutes before you go to bed. Just get it in somewhere and start small. Okay, it's not all or nothing. If you don't get it one day, that's okay. Don't judge yourself. Go back to that, right? Stop judging yourself. Start thinking about where you can fit this stuff in, and then start doing it. Okay, the same goes for exercise. So Tiff, I know you missed the beginning of this, but I told them a little bit of your story. So, so back up a little bit. I'm all over the place, you guys. To make health and wellness a priority, you have to understand and truly believe that the more energy you put into self-love and your health, the better you can show up in all parts of your life. And we all know that to be true. I promise, if you're feeling more peaceful in your body, if you have better nutrition, if you're better slept, you will be better at whatever you're doing in life, whether athletics, whether it's your job, whatever. You will be better in life if you're taking care of yourself, okay? So for somebody that's super crazy busy and there's no time to say, go to the gym for an hour, go to the gym for 45 minutes, whatever, fit it in where you can get it in, okay? So if you've got 10 minutes to walk, go walk. If you've got 10 minutes if you're in a hospital, if you have 10 minutes to go up and down the stairs, go up and down the stairs, okay? Guys, the simple things, and it sounds silly, but like the 10,000 steps a day thing really will help if you're just trying to get some fitness in and just maintain it, right? You want to go to the CrossFit Games? That's not going to work for you. But if you're just trying to be healthy and happy and take care of your body and get some good endorphins, find quick things you can do, right? Do some push-ups in your office, do some air squats, spend 5 minutes, move around, take a break. 5 minutes every hour, even 5 minutes every other hour will add up in the long run, okay? And understand, so that's my other thing, you guys, with overwhelm is like, if you know that there is no way in your day that you have 20, 30 minutes to do exercise, don't tell yourself that's what you need, because you're just going to set yourself up for failure. You're going to set yourself up for self-sabotage, and then you're going to go all or nothing. So say, okay, well, this is my day. Like, I legit work for 12 hours. I have an hour-long drive, whatever. Think about it. Okay, before I get in my car, I'm going to spend 5 minutes on the stairs. When I get home, I'm going to park, the farthest parking spot I can from the grocery store, whatever. Like, don't give yourself unrealistic expectations, because if you do that, you're going to fail. And the more you fail, the more you convince yourself that all you do is fail and not that you succeed. So be like, all right, I'm going to start small, because I promise you guys, small things over long periods of time are way more beneficial than all or nothing. We've seen this in the gym, you guys. All or nothing, go hard for like 6 weeks and then give up completely. Like, that doesn't help you, okay? Go for the small steps, okay? So first start, find some intention, decide what you want to do, look at practically what can happen in your life, execute to the best of your ability, don't judge yourself, okay? Stop being a perfectionist. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You can't go back, right? Tiff, you're totally right. We all do that. Like, if you guys have ever heard my flat tire story, it's so true, and we all do it. So with nutrition, so many people have, I'm gonna eat perfectly today, and then life happens, they don't get a meal in, friends want to go out, they don't make the best decision, whatever. It's like having a flat tire. You have one flat tire. If you walked out to your right, we had one flat tire. Would you go and flatten the other 3 tires? No, you would not. At least I hope you would not, unless you really need tires. Why do we do that in life? So we miss one bad meal. Why do we screw up the rest of the day? Because how many people miss one meal, don't do something right, and they're like, F it, I'll start next Monday. I'll start tomorrow, I'll start whatever. Like, stop doing that to yourself. Don't be a perfectionist, right? All or nothing is the worst mentality you can ever have for life, okay? Progress, working towards something, that's all you really need to care about, okay? You don't need to care about if you're doing it perfectly every day, okay? So, slow down, find time for little things, prep your meals as much as you can. That's the biggest thing, you guys, for health is, like, if you have vegetables cut, you can eat them, pre-make stuff, crock pots are amazing. That will all help you. Having some sort of plan for nutrition will help you a ton, okay? And then if not, you can find food that, you can probably eat on the run. It might not be perfect. It might not be exactly to your macros. It might not be whatever, but focus on nutrition and nourishment, and then you can go from there, okay? So on the self-sabotage, like I said, it's just, for so many of us, it's like, well, it's all or nothing. It didn't work this time, so I'll just start again next time. Don't stop. Like, stop starting over and just keep going. Just because you have a hiccup in the road doesn't mean you have to give up. So that was some of the tips. Let's see, what else did I write down? Again, bringing awareness. Like, every time you do something that wasn't exactly what you wanted to do, note it, be aware of it. Okay, what happened? What was that situation? What was going through my mind? What was my mindset? Like, and then understand how you can change that next time. No failure, no flat tire is ever actually a failure. It's just a reason. Oh, good, no, my dog's gonna bark. It's just a reason for you to learn your habits, your patterns, your behaviors, how to not do those again, and then move forward. So, pistol, stop. Seriously, you guys, dogs, kids, it's crazy. But anyway, I'll do a little bit more tomorrow, but that's what I have for you guys today. Let me know if this helps. Let me know if you have specific questions on how to do any of this. I'll try to find one of the guided meditations that I really like, and I'll post it on here. So thanks again for jumping on, you guys. Tiff, thanks for your question.